look like next year. Cause God is a big guy. God is a big guy. God is a big guy. Say, I believe. Yeah, it's my season.
That it's my season.
God didn't bring you this far just to bring you this far.
I believe.
Say this, it's my time.
That it's my time.
Yeah,
It's my
you're doing
time.
it big. Let's go.
I can feel it.
Breakthroughs in the room.
Breakthroughs in the room.
It's yours if you want it. I'm anticipating.
Anticipating.
Fellas, God's getting ready, ready. Yeah,
God's getting ready to move.
this is my favorite part. For I know
For I know
God, He work. Yeah,
miracle just for me.
and it's gonna be.
And it's gonna be big.
Hey, if you still believe that the pandemic doesn't change the promise, you ought to declare
And it's gonna be big.
God is a big guy. God is a big guy. Yeah, God is a big guy. Everybody, let's go.
God's gonna open the windows of
He's gonna
heaven.
pour.
Me out a blessing. Won't be wrong to contain it.
Won't even
To
try.
explain it.
Yeah.
But it's gonna be big.
God's about to blow your mind.
And it's about to blow my mind.
I need everybody up right now. It's gonna be. Yeah, it's gonna be. It's gonna be big. It's gotta be big. Lord, let it be. Hey, my future is big. My blessing is big. My destiny's big. The new job will be. The next check will be. The next door will be. Lord, let it be big. Hey, and it's gonna be. What is God about to do for you? Say,
God is about to blow my mind.
let's swag it, sir. Swag it, sir.
Open the windows of
He's
heaven.
gonna pour. Yeah, a blessing I know. Yeah, the whole squad with it.
Trying to explain
We
it.
lose a number.
God is about to blow my mind.
Tell everybody connected to you, they better stay close to you. Cause the next thing God is doing for you is gonna be so. The devil already know when it's gonna be. God bless you.
My friends, good to see everybody. Magic Mike, you blew it up on the presentation call at 11, man. You tore it up.
Scott, before you get started, let me give you a proper introduction.
Oh, man. It's
I know-
all good.
As you can see, he's a very humble gentleman. So I just like to introduce our VP of marketing. He's a successful entrepreneur. He's very experienced in this industry of network marketing. He's built teams all over the country. He's built businesses to $1 billion big. And guess what? He's on our team.
Hmm.
And he's coaching us and teaching us and training us to get to $1 billion big. So Scott, I turn this over to you with an open hand and a full heart. It's all
Thanks,
yours, sir.
brother. Man, I appreciate that more than you know. Good to see everybody, Dr. Ross and the whole team. Good to see everybody. I'm excited for us, right? I mean, there's some very interesting things happening, you know, and there's a energy in the air. I always sense it in these industry, you know, emerging giants, and I sense it in Akana, and you know, Akana means in the hands of God. And think about that for a second. Just take a moment, think about the words really. Let's not just say them. Let's relay them. In the hands of God. Man, That is broad. It's big. The last song that was played before we came on here, it touched me, moved me because it is big, man. This is serious stuff. And I love that you're here. I love that you're moving through the channels with me and doing the things that you're doing, because what we're doing is paramount. You are the success that will represent the company. You're going to be the success that will represent the company because you were here literally starting this run for $1 billion big. And that's those, you need to have an anchor. We've got our anchor because we're in the hands of God, but now we need to literally say, okay, we're making a decision. We're deciding, we're putting it in our mind to do the things that have been asked of us to do and seriously move ahead. The day for excuses or even reasons for a lack of success are past us now. We're literally just going to move ahead in a very methodic way. We're just taking steps, one step at a time, methodically moving through the process to get where we need to go. And so it's just a matter of mindset, putting your mind on the thing and saying, this is the direction that I'm going to go. A friend of mine is writing a book right now. I'm helping him kind of put it into words on recording and doing some audio stuff and all that. His name's Greg Harrell. Greg Harrell, former NFL guy, and he was also on the first ever African-American, totally pro athletes bobsled team. You heard what I said, Olympic bobsled team. Greg, Herschel Walker, Edwin Moses, Willie Galt, all on that team together. They were the first true dream team before basketball, right? In the Olympics, because they were Winter Olympics that preceded the other. Greg's one of my best friends ever in the whole world. I call him Big Brother because he is one big dude. And the truth is that he is writing a book called The Number One Bench Warmer. Yeah. I mean, this mountain of a man, he sat all the way through high school and warmed the bench. He tells the story like he got to play his senior year at a game. They were blowing somebody out by 50 points. The coach put him in for the last 3 or 4 minutes of the game. And one other time that they were ahead by miles, put him in for a little bit. His mother and father would every game. He told them not to come. They came anyway. They said, as long as you're there, we're there. And he sat on the bench, number one bench warmer, but his mindset was champion mindset. He wasn't out there. He wasn't doing the stuff. He wasn't but he had a mindset. I'm going to learn while I'm here. I'm going to watch. I'm going to look at all this stuff. He went to a junior college. And he was sitting on the bench at the junior college. Guess what? The guy that was ahead of him in his high school, because he could never take that position because that guy was so good, the guy that was ahead of him took a slight injury and had to step out. The coach of the junior college came by and said, hey, man, Harrell, this is your shot. He went in to score 7 touchdowns in that game. He set a school record. You see, it wasn't, and then, by the way, he could have go to any college he wanted to in the whole country. Full ride, go, go, go. But it wasn't about some sort of hidden something or another. He knew all along he had what it took. He knew all along he had the ability. It was given the opportunity, he would run. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the opportunity. This is a fantastic pay plan. This is a fantastic product company. This is a fantastic leadership team. There are fantastic people who I've come to know and love. Everything about this is the opportunity. on every avenue. It is the opportunity. This is your chance. Come off the bench. Let's run. Let's play. And I'm going to give this to you in a very simple way. And I've shown this, many of you might have seen this before, but let me run through it very quickly, because to me, this is the part that people simply have a hard time grasping. They're like, that's too easy. There needs to be some magic. There needs to be some lightning bolt. No, there doesn't. This is the way this industry works. It functions this way. It will never change. And so I want to show it to you, because for me, this is everything. This is the whole everything. I want to show you this, and many of you see it before, but let me run through it quickly again. If you don't mind, I'm going to bring this thing up, present it. Hopefully you can see this. I always want to make sure that you can. Everybody can see that okay? It's sphere chart. Are we good?
Yes,
Yeah.
we can see it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So we're just looking at a little thing that looks like a bullseye. This is our sphere chart. You're going to start in sphere 1, and then you're also going to be managing something called sphere 2, or that yellow circle. And then sphere 3 is outside of that, as you can see here. Sphere 1 is this: invite 2 people. Use any method, any one at all. Whichever method you can. Somebody told me the other day, they said, well, I've already done that, and now they're out and they don't want to do it anymore. Well, find 2 more. Let's just pretend we're starting over today. Use any method you feel is easy for you. Okay? I'm not asking you to do anything outside of the box. If it's easier for you to call somebody, call them. If it's easier for you to text someone, text someone. If it's easier for you, whatever it is, these are your closest people that you have. You might even go back to the people that you had and say, hey, something's starting. We're new. Something's starting new here. These are 2 people you trust who trust you. This is a big deal. It doesn't start any other way. There is no magic funnels, leads, programs, or anything else that's going to do this job for you. You've got to have a foundation built in people that you are close to. And you may be scared of it because success has gotten away from you, and you feel like it's gotten away from them, and they didn't make any money, and so you're embarrassed, and so on and so forth. But what I'm telling you is, this is the foundation. Finding 2 people who get it, who get that it's going to take a minute, who get that we got to walk this path together, who will support you. Not just 2 people who throw their money at something, but 2 people who will support you, who be on with you, who will come to the calls with you. That's not easy to find. So when people say, oh, it's just too easy, just get 2. No, it's more than just get 2 people. It's get 2 people who believe. 2 people who will be there with you through thick and thin. I always say something along the lines of, man, if there was this incredible storm outside, it was the worst thing we'd ever seen, and I wanted to check on 2 people, who would they be? Or who would check on me? The closest absolute people that I have. Sometimes that's family. Sometimes it's friends. Sometimes it's church members. Sometimes it's business partners somewhere along the way. I don't know what it is. But we've got to escape the mentality that we need to go out and find the biggest, most successful network marketer on planet Earth. 2 people who love and trust you. And then we're going to select 7 more people out of that category, and we're going to start delivering information to them. And I'll show you how in a minute, but we're going to start delivering information to them. I call it invite 7. I put 7 people in that second circle, and I market to them their way. In other words, I know them well enough to try to know what to send them. These are people that you're acquainted with, but not as close as your sphere 1. I always keep 7 people in here, okay? Sphere 1, in my mind, is a sale already, because you search high and low to find the right people there. Sphere 2 is more about people who just need information before they can make a decision. And don't be upset if their decision is no. Take them off the list. Add someone else. I always try to keep people in this sphere and send them information about the company, invite them to calls, that type of thing. Just try to get them as much information until they say, I'm not interested, or they say, man, this is cool. You know, where do we go from here? They just moved themselves into sphere 1. And then last but not least, and I'll not touch this one for very long, sphere 3. Sphere 3 is simply visibility. I'm not trying to make a sale here. I'm just trying to get somebody to look at my business. Now, this could come from leads. This could come from people that are basically on your list, but you really don't know them or barely at all. And you're going to want to send them the information just to see if there's a spark in there. And if they say, well, I'm interested, I'd like more information. Guess what? They just moved themselves into sphere 2, more information. Now they're one of your 7. And that's a simple business model. Once again, sphere 1, introduce Akana to 2 people that you trust who trust you. The trust already exists. Sphere 2, what you're really trying to do is develop trust by giving them more and more information. And then, of course, the last sphere, very simply put, that's a sphere that's simple. It's basic. It's, for lack of better terms, it is a situation where you're literally looking at, for lack of term, for all of us, you're looking at a simple system that walks people through. Here's the part where people go, all right, now wait a minute. That's too easy. No, that's reality. That's reality. All of you network marketers and otherwise, go back through your mind through the years. Think of anybody that has come into a business that you can think of that brought 2 people in, that brought 3 or more even. But go back through it. It's a smaller number. Here's part of the problem. And you heard Mike say this earlier. This creates more millionaires than any other industry on planet Earth. And that's with a limited amount of duplication success, people doing it. Imagine if we really started to move together and lock it in. Well, there's some pieces that I want to share with you that are extremely important. I promised I would show you this, and I want to show you this piece because we kind of go together, and everything. And certainly we have guests from time to time. I want to make sure that we're on point together for lack of better terms, to continue the process, if you will. And so what I'd like to do is show you this one time real quick. I'm going to hang on. All right, we're moving. Let me just get the slideshow presentation up a little bit bigger screen for us. The Akana Lifestyle app. Very simply put, there it is. Akana Lifestyle app. Go download this on your phone if you haven't done it already. And by the way, I know how many downloads we've had. Come on, Akana. This is a wonderful app. Download this sucker. If you don't know how, ask somebody to help you download this. You go to your Play Store, your Google Play, or your Apple Store. You go there and you simply type in on the search button Akana Lifestyle to bring this up, and you download it and install it on your phone. When you click on this app, you just click on this button that's on your phone, on your screen now, because you downloaded it. It brings up the insides of this app. One of the screens in there is this one over here on the right that you're looking at. It says Office, Quick Send, Resources, Calendar, Contact. It's a beautiful app. Look at it. Click all around. Study it. But today, hit Quick Send. When you do that, it'll bring up a choice. Are you looking to send something to a customer prospect, somebody who wants to be a customer? Or are you looking to send something to a distributor prospect, somebody who wants to be in the business, or you want them to be in the business? I'm going to click on distributor prospects. For this example, I'm trying to get somebody in the business. Boom. It brings up a handful, not many. It brings up a handful of videos to use. I'm going to pretend I'm down the line just a little bit, and somebody says, hey, I saw that information, really interested. What's the compensation plan look like? And I'm going to click on compensation plan. It's down there on the second row on the right, the Akana compensation plan. So I'm going to click on that. I'm going to send that. Here's what comes up. Now, I recommend you watch it yourself by just hitting the open button. Watch it yourself before you send it to someone so you know what you're sending. But when you're ready, click share. It will bring up on your phone what you're already used to seeing. These are things I'm used to seeing on my phone when I click share with anything. Gmail and my text messaging and some of my friends, people, family, different things like that. I'm going to choose text and I'm going to click it. Here's what it looks like coming to my person who requested it. Now I might type an extra little message in there like, hey, this is the video we talked about. Or you were asking about compensation. Check this out. And then when they click on that link, it simply brings up the video for them to watch. In fact, if you want to, you see the little circle down there that says shows transcript. They could click on that and read the thing. If they're somewhere where they can't, listen to it out loud, they can read it as it goes along. It's a very powerful thing and a very easy thing to use. These are my 3 favorite. Just somebody asked me and I wanted to share it. These are my 3 favorite because they're short. I like very short bursts of information to start with because often too much is too much. Okay, a very long video, a very stretched out video is too much. But as an introduction, I like the 2-minute Flat Belly Lifestyle. I encourage you to watch it. Okay, it's right in that app. And by the way, that's on the customer side. That Flat Belly Lifestyle, that 2-minute one, that's on the customer side, but you can send it to either. The Flat Belly Lifestyle 4.5-minute one, I love that one. It's really cool. Okay, I highly recommend that you look at that. People have got that kind of time. And the Akana overview with our CEO, Melissa Boston, this is 6 minutes long and it's a good overview. I recommend those 3, okay, to start with. That's what I recommend. Very simple, very easy. You click, you choose, email if you want to, you choose your text or messaging or WhatsApp or whatever, and you send it because it's off the choices on your phone. Whatever you're used to sending, emails or texts or whatever, it'll bring up that choice for you and you can send one of these. So send it. If you're just now starting or you're just now getting your 2 or you're starting over, start with these. If you're sending information, these are all so good. And then you can go to recordings in those tiles. I want to show you, there you can go to a place and click all around for specialty things if you want to. Inside those tiles, let me go back very quickly. See the tiles here? Down there on the 3rd row, at the end of the row, it says recordings. There are a lot of other pieces there that you can choose from when you're trying to get extra information to your 7 people, right? They want more information, give it to them. Send them to the specialty calls, all kinds of things in there, product calls and everything under the sun, longer calls to give them that information. Again, I would use these if it's just an introduction. By the way, can I say this out loud? I love this video here with Dr. Roz, and she presents this really well, and it kind of goes through this presentation as a whole. It is 38 minutes long. I wouldn't send somebody here first unless you've had a long conversation and they're really interested in a full presentation. But if I get a positive level of interest from the short videos, if somebody tags me back, when I send them, that's really interesting. Tell me more, or, give me some more information, or maybe we can talk. I would send them another email or another text message or where it says, hey, just giving you some more information. This is 38 minutes long. So sometime when you're sitting, you got your headphones on, whatever, check this out. And this will take them through the entire presentation. If they sit through that, if they watch that entire thing and it's very informative, then they're as good as a sale. I'm telling you right now, that is a wonderful presentation. And that's on that app under distributors, right? You can send that with a click of a button. It is so simple. That being said, I say this to everyone. You've got to have an entry point. I ask you to enter through the front door. When we look at statistics, we understand that weight loss, healthy body composition is a very high place to enter in. Now, you may be approaching somebody specifically with CBD, that type of thing. Go for it. That's good. It's a great product. Our CBD products I'll put them up against anyone, anywhere. We need to do it in a way that makes sense to you and to your business. So find a place to enter in and target that audience. Now, if you're thinking international, because we're opening up new countries and stuff like that, okay, We're working on that like crazy right now. You're going to want to think body composition or weight loss, that type of thing. Our flat belly program, because a lot of places won't allow us to go CBD in that country. And so you have to think logically, think like a business, and kind of go through for your business what's best for you. But when I look at this, it gets you through the front door. You can send something about flat belly and get through the door. People are interested. And then when they see all the products that we have, it branches out for us. And that is a big deal. So what we're trying to do is get them into the lobby, if you will, the entry point. And when they see everything, they'll see, man, this is a great company. It's a great opportunity. It's just the power of a glimpse. Hence the 2.5 or 2 minute video and the 4.5 minute video and the 6 minute video, a glimpse. If they don't show any interest or they don't walk in, don't worry about it. Move on. If they do walk in, get them the full video or get them the information they desire. And that's a win every time. This will assist you with 5 things. Remember, I said every time you work, whether 2 days a week or an hour here and an hour there, whatever it is, 5 things that lead to a sale. Send 5 texts or emails or a combination of those and phone calls, whatever, and then follow up. Keep it short, keep it simple, keep it real. And I think that is a crucial piece to this for all of us, frankly. And I don't even know how to say it other than to say, if we stay simple, if we stay very, very clear, we stay very simple, it's easy. Now I got to say this out loud because a lot of people just get to the point where they're kind of in their heads, they're where they are. All right. Let's say that, let me show you the power of something. And this is going to be hard to believe. Brace for this. It's going to be a little hard to believe. Let's just say that we got 38. Let's round it up to 40. We got 40 people on the call right now, 40. And let's just say that we all decided to kick it up a notch. We're just going to double. We're going to bring ourselves back next week to this call, and we're going to bring somebody with us. Not asking for the moon here, just asking, just bring a friend. Next week's call would have 80 people on it. And if we all did it again, we all went out and grabbed another again, the week after that, we would be at 160 people on the call. And the week after that, we'd be at 320 people on the call. Why is that important? Because excitement begats sales. When you got 300, 400, 500 or more people on a call, everybody starts to get excited. I don't mind telling you, if one of you come to present on Saturday at 11 o'clock and 500 people show up, our presenters get excited. They'll be fired up. Now, they're always fired up, but I'm just telling you how it is. When I walk into church and the whole place is jam-packed, oh, I'm preaching. Okay?
I love it.
You feel me? The truth is that when a lot of people come, it helps sales. Wouldn't you like to invite a guest or two and there's 500 people on the call? Man, that in and of itself sells. So we got to get Akana to buy in, to be at the presentation calls, at Saturday's call, at Thursday's call, at on all the things. Even if they don't want to be on Zoom, Thursdays, that's what Thursday's for, right? If they love to be on, they got a bit of time on Saturday, Saturday's call. If we need to schedule another call some weird time, we'll do it. Frankly, the simple fact is that excitement begets sales. Sales happen when there's excitement. When there's excitement, sales happen. And all of us know that, right? Could you imagine if that trend went on? That's 1 month, we're at 320. Could you imagine the next week, 640? Just inviting one more. 1,280. Told you this was going to be hard for you to believe. 2,560. 5,120 people on a call in 2 months. $1 billion big, here we come. You may say, oh, that's crazy. Well, let me just tell you something. I had a company that I've helped in the past do what needs to be done and so on and so forth. They just wanted me to come back and say hello and hi and how are you and all that. There were over 6,000 people on that phone call. 6,000 plus. I think it's 6,100 and something. I mean, you talk about excitement. If there was a guest on that call, oh, they're in. Because everybody, you ever go somewhere, some store, someplace, something, and there's a red light blinking or somebody saying special, 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 and people are running over to see what it is and what the great deal is and the special and all that. Well, they almost kill each other getting that special. Excitement creates sales. If we have low ebb on the calls, we'll have low ebb everywhere. That is the truth. Show me a call that is packed out. I'll show you a company that is booming. Show me low-level calls, and I'll show you the company that's struggling, trying to get their guests on and make their sales and so on and so forth. That's reality. It's reality. So I applaud you for what you've been doing and how you've been doing it. Now let's take it up a notch. Let's take personal responsibility. And notice what I'm saying. Kmart blue light. I do remember that. The truth is that let's do this right now, because here's the most important piece to this. If you don't do it, I can't do it. There's nothing I can do to help except inspire you and motivate you, and then do my job to open up the doors that we need opened up so that we can build internationally and otherwise. We got to do it here at home. Okay, we got to do it here at home. I would say to you that somebody could see, they say, seems unrealistic, and all those people, and you said 6,100 and something, and this, that, and the other thing. But you know what they did? They went out and got two people who trusted them, who they trusted. They just followed a simple path. The first call I was on with them less than a year ago, there were 9 people. 9 people. You show me 9 people or 10 or 12 people that are committed to something, and I'll show you the birth of $1 billion big company. Now, I already know how the commitment is for you all. You're real. It's part of the reason I love you like I do. You're so committed. You're so real. Your heart is so full. Now we need match the actions to our commitment. Back to my first story when the coach went up and said, Harrell, this is your chance. This is your moment. And he come off that bench and he went out there and scored 7 touchdowns. His commitment was always there, always there, always there. His commitment was there when he was on the bench. That's why he's writing this book called Number One Bench Warmer. He was committed. His parents were committed. They were sitting back there every game watching the back of his head. But when he had the opportunity of a lifetime, he took it. And he ran like his hair was on fire. He ran like he had believed the whole time, and he had concentrated the whole time that he was going to win. He was going to go. He was going to give everything he had, every ounce of energy, everything he had learned, all those plays that he had watched, he had studied. He'd gone to school while he was sitting on that bench. This is the opportunity. Akana is the opportunity. This is the time. This is when we take the bull by the horns. And I'm telling you, from all the experience, everything that I've ever done, and the $1 billion big companies that have been launched, and every piece of this, and I'm here now. This is mine now. I'm committed. I'm taking action on the commitment. This is the opportunity, and now you have the opportunity, and now your commitment, which is beautiful. Let's match to action. Many of you have, and we're going to continue to. So when we roll this thing up, it's going to be absolutely phenomenal. Here's your homework. I'm writing it down. I'm writing the date down. 1/27, 2024. Hard to believe. I'm still having a problem writing that number. The truth is that today's date, next Saturday, everyone brings one. Preferably someone that you love and that you trust. Don't tell them you want to get them in a business. Tell them, I want you to listen to this. I've been having fun on Saturday, and I just want you to listen to this. I want you to listen to these guys talk about this business. There's a little training following. Just hang with me for a minute. It's good music between the presentation. We'll just hang together. Just give me an hour and a half of your time, man. I'll do my job. Our presenters will do their job. But the car don't go without gas. Bring them. Bring them, bring them, bring them. You hear me? You know what I'm saying? When I came to this little town, and I don't mind saying this, there were 8 people in this church. 8 lovely people. They were all elderly. We had a short amount of time to make a success. But when the Lord calls, the Lord calls. So I did what I do. I lost count. People coming to Christ. 15 and 20 a week, every week. I lost count, 50 something, 50, I don't know how many weeks. No power to me, nothing to me. Glory to God. But it's because they heard something they needed, they wanted, they had to have. In that particular case, a much greater, that's not my job, that's my calling, a much greater thing. But friends, make no mistake, this is going to save some people, their lives, their finances, other things. And along the way, hey, man, we're in the hands of God. We can minister like anybody else. The truth is, I want to say this out loud to you. It's your job now. I'll do my job. The presenters will do their job. I want you all to bring one next week. Bring one next week so that this call can be 80 strong. It's funny that I wrote the number 40 down for this call. It's really funny. Next week, we want to go 80 strong. Can you do it? Can you do it? Can you bring one? Don't wait till Saturday morning. Don't you do that to yourself. You're setting yourself up for failure. Be ready. Bring one. Don't try to sell them anything. Just say, you got to see this. Next week, after our presentation, which will be awesome, like today's presentation was, holy smokes. I just want you to know that I'm going to be a little bit more fired up than usual. So you're probably going to want to keep them around for the training piece, because the training is really going to be the business. My next week's training lesson is you're going to hear me say, why Akana? You're going to hear me do a 15-minute pitch. And I want you to steal from it. I want you to take the parts you like, dump the parts you don't. It's my style. It's my wardrobe. But I'm going to do that next week. So if you got guests and you got people, bring them, because I'm going to lay it on. And I want you to be ready for that. And I want you to hear it. And I want you to use it as an example. And I want you to bring your guests. And look, you really want me fired up? Put 80 people on this thing. I'll do my job, but I'll do it even better with 80. You should have heard me talk to 6,100 and some people. It was flat crazy. You know, I love you. I want you to do well. everything in my heart. If I could just wish it for you, I wish it. But I can't. I can pray about it, and I do. But I want you to know this is so doable. It's so doable. Imagine a coach or a mentor or somebody just saying to you, all right. Imagine me grabbing the face mask on the helmet. Ladies, apologize, but this is what I have. Grabbing the face mask and pulling you up close and saying, this is your moment. This is what you've been training for. This is your time. Let's go. Let's go do this. I'm sending you out in the field right now. Get them on the call. Get them on the call. I promise this. They'll either get in the business or they'll be very excited about what you're doing. Even if they don't get in, they'll be like, whoa. That, ladies and gentlemen, is all I have for you today. I care for you. I want you to succeed, to have success, to succeed. We got all the tools in place. The passion, the presenting, the calls, the stuff is in here. The app that you can just send stuff out. Oh, come on. Come on. Is it hard? Are you thinking of all the excuses now, right now, why you can't do it? Or are you thinking of all the reasons why you can do it? That's what we're going to do. I want to thank everybody for your time. I want to thank you for paying attention today. Man, you're so great. You're so great. You are so great. You are so great. You are great. I want to thank you, and I'm closing it up by just saying, God bless y'all. Next week's a big, big week for us. Let's make it happen. Everybody have a beautiful.
Scott.
You're welcome.
Scott, before you go,
Thank you,
back at you.
Scott.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Scott. That was
Scott,
awesome.
Scott, I got questions
Awesome.
for you. Can you hear me, Scott?
Yes,
Got
I
a couple
can.
of questions. Shirley
Ask away.
Macaron in Chicago, Diamond 5 in the making.
I
Scott,
heard you, yeah.
will this present, I'm working on it, sir. Are you going to put this presentation in our back office or in our app? The one you just did?